A couple of nights ago, I went out with a couple of friends that I hadn't seen in a while. One of my friends is the stereotypical player, the super charismatic person. He feels absolutely comfortable in his own skin. But his most attractive trait is that he does not care how people react to him. He does not care how people respond to him. He is the epitome of outcome independence. And he says the craziest things, and he gets away with it. Not because he's good looking, but because he genuinely doesn't care what people think. And he's always got a playful attitude, so people never really take it the wrong way. My other friend is sometimes hot, sometimes cold. Sometimes he's able to talk really seductively to women and get some stuff going, but other times he kind of gets into a funk. And recently he's been having kind of a losing streak. He's been spiraling into the spiral of I can't get laid because I'm not attractive, I can't get laid because of whatever reason, and then he sees evidence of that whatever reason in the world, and that validates his beliefs. And so my two friends were getting ready to leave because I had to get up early the next morning. And the one guy was saying, come on, let's go talk to some girls. And the other guy said, I can't do that. I'll never get laid. And he says, why not? He says, because I'm not a Chad. You have to be a Chad to be attracted to women these days. That's the way things work. And that was the spiral that he had found himself inside of. But my other friend said, that's ridiculous. There are many, many things that women like about men besides just their looks. Besides, how do you measure looks anyways? If you're 1.01 on the beauty scale below a certain level, are you ugly and suddenly you're invisible? Or if you're 1 point above on the beauty scale, are you suddenly poof into existence and everybody can see you? Besides, everybody is a little bit different. While we do have general tendencies towards beauty and ugliness, we all tend to agree what these are. Every single person is different. And if you're going through life with this belief that you have to be gorgeous to be attractive to women, that is a very, very unattractive belief to have. And if you do meet a woman who only cares about looks, or who cares about looks so much that's the primary thing, that's not a very attractive thing to have for her as a personality trait. Besides, how do you measure looks anyway? How do you know if you're attractive or not attractive? I suppose you could put your profile up on one of those hot or not websites and see what they give you and go around with your score and show it to people. But there's plenty of people in the world that are clearly not attractive, that would be clearly agreed to be ugly. But these guys get laid like rock stars. Some of them are rock stars. Some of them are cult leaders. Some of them are just like other people who just don't care what other people think about them. So there's plenty of evidence in the world to demonstrate that looks are only one small piece of the puzzle, and there's a lot of other stuff that you can work on. Besides, the only reason that you think that, the only reason that you might think that you have to be a Chad to get ladies is because you want to differentiate yourself from all the people that are safely hiding on the sidelines, that have convinced themselves that they have to be Chads, because if they're not Chads, that absolves them of the responsibility of getting into the game and being able to improve their social skills. That's not easy, and a lot of people don't want to do that. But because you clearly want to differentiate yourself from the pack, you want to get out into the game, you're setting yourself up a stoic obstacle in your mind to be the way, so you can overcome that obstacle and find all the glorious sexual experiences on the other side of that once you realize how false it is that you need to be a Chad to be attractive to women. Besides, being attractive to women is far more about looks, or far less about looks than most people think. Sure, you might get her attention for the first couple of seconds with your looks, but it's your conversational skills, it's your personality, it's your social skills, it's your sense of humor, it is your relentless pursuit of your ambition that will hook yourself into her mind, into her emotional centers, that will make her fantasize about you as she falls asleep at night. It will make many, many women you talk to fantasize about you as she falls asleep at night. Besides, being overly concerned with your looks is a very feminine trait, and feminine traits in men are very, very unattractive. And I know you. I've seen you make pretty girls smile. I know you can make pretty girls smile. It's just a matter of whether or not you can remember this or not. Besides, we're going out tonight to talk to girls, not to get laid within 2 seconds of talking to somebody. And on the bigger picture, relationships are much more about looks, because when you meet somebody that you really click with, somebody important, somebody that spins your propellers just the way you want them spun, and and you're laying in bed after a fantastic sexual experience and you're having those deep discussions in the dark, you can't even see each other, so looks don't even matter in that situation. Besides, looks are a matter of skin deep, and looks are in the eye of the beholder. So there's a lot of metaphors that indicate throughout the ages that there's all kinds of things involved in sexual, romantic, intimate relationships that have nothing to do with looks. Besides, if you keep believing wrongly that looks are all you need to be able to talk to girls successfully, you will keep yourself trapped voluntarily, not involuntarily, on the sidelines with all the other voluntarily self-contained incels in their cages of their imagination. Besides, how many times have ugly guys gotten laid over the history? How can you use your allegedly ugly looks to improve your social skills, to improve your conversational skills, to improve the way you don't care what other people think and talk to girls just to have fun talking to girls and not really care what they think? When you start to think like that, you will open the floodgates of unimaginably delicious pussy that you can enjoy for the rest of your life. All you have to do is get rid of the silly idea that looks are even a thing when you're talking to pretty girls. Anyhow, they left. I went off to my meeting the next morning, and I heard through the grapevine that they and all the girls they were involved with that night had lived happily ever after in all kinds of wonderful sexual experiences. If you'd like to learn more, check out the links below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.